What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and we got this 2002 Ferrari 250 GTO in the shop here. It doesn't have a motor at all. It kind of looks rough, and we're going to fully restore it back to what it's originally supposed to look like whenever I found it. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so that way you guys get notified every time I upload. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting episode. I've not built one of these cars before. I just found it on the mod thing on Steam, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Classic. And yeah, you guys, let's get right into the video. We're going to start by taking the car apart. Doors, trunk, windows, everything. Right-hand drive. Nice, nice. Now we're going to move it to the car wash so we can get it washed. I like that it's a right-hand drive. It's kind of interesting. Y'all are going to see me get mixed up a few times while rebuilding this car, because I've never messed with a right-hand drive vehicle. So it's going to be definitely an interesting video for you guys. Let's move the welder to the Ferrari. $24,000 to weld the whole body to get all the rust off. That's crazy. But I guess it's worth it though. So it'll be alright. Playing in sandbox like always, so that way I don't have to worry about prices. This car, whenever I bought it, it didn't even come with a motor. And apparently almost every bolt's rusted onto it. This is going to be an interesting build for me because I haven't built a Ferrari yet. Well, I have. I've built the 458. I take that previous statement back. I have built that Ferrari 458 wide body. And I've built a few after it or before it. But nothing like this. This is the classic car. Kind of excited to see what this car looks like finished already. I mean, I know we just started getting into the build of it, but I don't know. I love watching cars go from looking like crap like this to looking basically brand new whenever I'm finished with it. Like all suspension components, all engine parts, just basically everything. I enjoy seeing cars get rebuilt, especially this classic of a vehicle. I mean, the rear end looks somewhat decent, but we're still going to take everything apart and strip it down to the bare chassis with nothing. And rebuild the whole thing. I actually like, believe it or not, I actually like rebuilding cars with this rear suspension on it because it makes it easy. I know everything that I need for rear suspension. Whenever if I see it, I'll know what I need. You know what I mean? So It's just going to be easy. And I think what we might do this time instead of what we do normally is whenever we get all this taken apart, I think we might put the suspension back together before building the motor. Alright, there's all that. Suspension's gone. Just the chassis and then the... Wait a minute, what did that say? Have to write those tire sizes down real quick. There we go. I didn't know this thing had an offset, so I had to write that offset down. Not really the tire size. Oh, lovely. This thing is going to be a V12. And we all know how I feel about the V12s. I wish there was a way to, like, if you're not really working on it, I wish there was a way to take all these ghost parts off until you get to them, you know what I mean? That way I'm not, like, trying to get around everything and trying to fight through it. But I guess it makes it a little easier though, since I don't have the motor in the way. So I guess that's a plus. Lord, is that a big old motor for this small car? This V12, I don't know if it'll fit. Like I said, I haven't built a car, a 2002. Need 2 of those, 2 of those. No, I need 4 of those for the rear. And then before it asks to put the wheel on, because I don't want that to get in the way, because everything else is. Okay, so other than the disc brakes, we need suspension. That shouldn't be too hard to get done pretty quick. Just put it on the spring puller, get the spring fitted. Just like so. Slap that suspension on there. I don't know why, but now that I'm building the suspension in the front, I don't know if it's just because it's an older car, but it feels like the suspension's going a lot quicker. Alright, so we need... where's it at? I need 2 of those, 4 of those, 2 of those, solid rear drive axle, 2 of those, 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 and that's all that I know of right now. Forgot the rear shock absorbers. Well, we didn't take those off of the car whenever I was taking it apart, did I? I don't think I took the rear shocks off. That's okay, because we're getting it all put back together pretty quickly. I think the part that's going to probably take the longest is that V12. While I'm back here, might as well do the fuel pump, since I'm like right here at it. Okie dokie. There's all that. Now I just need to put the brakes on the front and back, and then build the motor, which I'll go build the motor now. This thing looks so pretty. I like the yellow. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below on if you guys like that yellow or not. I think I'll probably keep it. That yellow looks very nice, actually. I want to see something. Okay, so it's just 3 vents right there. Engine cover. That's the... I don't know. What kind of engine is this thing? V12 dual overhead cam MRC. V12 dual overhead cam MRC. Perfect. We got the engine about to get started. Here we go with the engine. It ain't gonna be too bad. If you guys can think of a car that you guys want to see get rebuilt, I'll try my best to find it. And if you put it down there in the comments below, I'll try to find whatever car you guys want to see get rebuilt. And if it's off-brand, I'll still get it and rebuild it. Because, I mean, cars look somewhat close to the real models. Somewhat. They don't look exact, but they're close. I don't need 13 pistons, I only need 12. Get it lined up, just like always. Thank goodness I can buy all this stuff in the tuning shop. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. Oh, I guess there is 4 of those. We'll slap the spark plugs in there. And the camshafts. You know, Ferrari always wants people, their customers, to come to the shop to get their cars worked on. And it kind of makes sense. If it's cars like this, then you don't want to mess anything up. But then again, the cost of dealership repairs for exotic cars, it's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever looked into it. Now all of that I'll have to buy in here. Four cam gears. Oh, here comes the fun part. Heck yeah. It taken forever to put these bare caps on, camshaft caps. $10 per side. Heck yeah. I don't know. You guys tell me if it seemed like it took a lot quicker to put that suspension back together in that car. It probably did probably go a lot faster, since I did know what I was pretty much looking for. I mean, especially in that rear end, I basically knew everything I was looking for, so I didn't have to keep going back and forth back into the shop to get it and back and forth to put it back on. So I think it definitely did go quicker, yeah. Head covers. Can't forget the head covers. And then whenever I get these head covers on, I'll put the coil packs on. And then we'll start doing the front of the motor. Like the belts, the pulleys, the water pump, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, and the intake manifold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna make this car look brand new or better. Only 4 bolts for this exhaust manifold. fuel rail, and 2 throttles. And then the top of the motor will be good to go. Now, never mind. Alright, there's the top of the motor. Now we'll start putting the belts and the pulleys and all that good stuff on there. Why does the timing cover gotta be behind so much stuff? I think it's the idle roller A that I have to buy twice, not the idle roller B. I know I have to buy one of the two twice. 2 water pump pulleys? Dang. I don't know why I act surprised whenever I'm rebuilding a V12 motor. I've built multiple V12s before. It's really nothing new. Just a lot of parts. Belt tensioner. And then the front of the motor is finished. Now head back here. We'll start putting the transmission pieces on. Clutch release bearing. Go here. Tune-up shop. Clutch plate. Clutch pressure plate. And flywheel. Now let's flip the motor over and get all this stuff, all the rod caps and the crankshaft bearing caps put on. I got 16 rod caps in the shopping cart due to the fact that I lost count because I was hitting the button so quick. Normally it doesn't happen, but it happened that time. I seen on Discord, I think it was Discord. It was either Discord or Facebook, where I think the developers of this game were trying to say that they were releasing another game, and I'm excited for the announcement date of that because I'll definitely be getting it if it's anything like this one. Because I'm not sure how many hours I have on this game, but I'm sure it's quite a lot. Because I just get on here and build. And normally whenever I'm not recording for you guys, normally I'll just build a car and do it with music playing. Let's see how a V12 fits in this car. I didn't even bring the engine stand over. It's over there now. Everything's together. I go through that list quick just to make sure everything's at 100. Huh, well. I guess it did fit. Barely, but I guess it did. Oh well. Alright, now let's buy brakes for the front and back. It don't need carbon ceramic. It can go with the brake ventilated and drilled and slotted. Let's slap these brakes on, then it'll ask for the wheels. I don't know, the drilled and slotted rotors back here kind of look sleek. Alright, now we're gonna buy some tires for this thing and make it looking fresh again. Tires. We will do vintage race tire, because why not? It's 18, they're 18s. 265 45s. There's those. Two more 18s. 225 45s. And then we need rims. Alright, now let's get these tires slapped together. Then put on the car. Then put all the reservoirs together. I do these tires really quick. If that tells y'all anything on how long I've played this game for. I mean, y'all see it every time I make a video on how quick I am with these tires. And I'm trying to get a wheel, like a simulator wheel, because I do play BeamNG quite a lot. And I figured if I make a video of BeamNG one day for you guys, that using a simulator wheel would be a lot easier than using keyboard. I like how it automatically puts caps over the lug nuts, like just like that. Wait a minute, we can't set it down just yet. We have to raise it up and put the transmission and everything in. Can't forget the transmission. Normally the transmission is way before the tires. But the tires were so early because I put the suspension together first before we started building the motor. Now we need a starter. Wherever it's at, there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few things for this. I need a battery, probably ABS module and pump. Fuse box cover A, base A. Probably ECU type A as well. Oh, heifer. Now the real thing is, let's see if I'm right with the ECU. Where's the ECU at? I seen it just earlier. ECU type A, yep. I was correct. This thing is pretty. Like the color, that yellow color that it has on it. Oh, it's so nice. Radiator. We're gonna go ahead and put the radiator on. Fan housing, so it's just one fan to cool off a V12 motor somehow. I don't know how they're gonna how it's gonna manage that, but hey, if it can do it, then it can do it for sure. I don't know. Ferrari made this car. No hate against Ferrari, of course. Love all their work. But if they can somehow cool off a big old V12 motor with one single fan, then props on them. No. Just honestly, I think it's just the fact that this game isn't accurate like that. Like, it's pretty accurate, but it don't have all the things that Ferrari would have on it. I should have put the exhaust on while I was down there. It'll be alright. Exhaust will be last then. You know, putting those fuses together wasn't that bad this time. I don't know. I'm starting to enjoy building cars like this and putting them back together. And just seeing the finished product of vehicles is just awesome to me. Alright, now we're going to lift this puppy up. And then crouch down. Still says available under lift, but I tried to crouch down and get around that, but I guess it didn't work. But that's okay. No big deal. Because we're going to make it look pretty. You know, I think this is the first car that I've actually built with a V12 that has an exhaust section hooking up to the exhaust manifolds. I think now we are good to drop the car down to the ground and put fluid in it. And then take that old interior out of there. I'll go ahead and do that now. Now we'll go ahead and start putting all the fluids in her. Gotta fill up that V12, of course. Plenty of oil. I don't like how this brake servo is at an angle, because in real life you wouldn't get an accurate reading. Kind of like I just did. It was filled up before I could even notice. There's that. Power steering. I didn't know old classic cars like this had power steering in them, but once again, it's Ferrari, so who knows? And then the coolant reservoir. Alrighty, now let's start putting the body. Well, we'll go ahead and put the interior back in it. That way I don't have to open the doors whenever I get it to the paint shop and mess with that. So we'll go ahead and get the interior put back in her. Ah, nice. I mean, it has the same interior, just like all the other cars, but now that I know they're new, makes it a lot better. I think this would be in Community Cars Body Shop. Yeah. We're going to do this one with the nose covers. I don't think it looks too bad. Does it not have mirrors? She's coming together. And then the trunk there, we have, of course, the spare tire, just in case anything happens. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my the cars that we rebuild on this channel, or on my channel, I don't ever put tags on them. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that or not, but I don't put tags on them. Now let's get her to the car wash here. Get her washed up, looking nice. Get her prepped for the paint booth. Interior. Now send her to the paint shop. I want to see what kind of liveries they got on here. Just the one. 22. I think I might put it on there too. Let's see what red looks like. Yeah, I like the yellow a lot more. Stands out for sure. Especially in this classic car. Kind of want to hear what it sounds like now. What did I forget? Because I know there's got to be something. Got all the ignition coils. Everything's put together. Ah, I forgot one ignition coil. One ignition coil was making this car not start. Starts right up too. Ooh, she's alive. Heck yeah. Let's send her to the test path. Get the wheels aligned. And then whenever we get the wheels aligned, then we'll send it to the test track and see how it does around curves and on a straight line and top speed and then braking. Alright guys, let's send it to the test track. Rear spring. Okay. Guess we weren't finished, but hey, we're about there. That's one thing that gets on my nerves right there. Is like, if the rear suspension isn't finished, don't let me put tires on it, because then I'll forget about it until I go to drive it, and then it's like I can't. You know what I mean? That's one thing that irritates me a little bit about this. Ooh, swapped it with the Hellcat. Yes, I'm building 2 BMWs. That's just something I started doing the other day. Just because I was bored, and then I was like, ooh, I'm going to try to find a Ferrari. Honestly, just by that test track right there, I think that V12 is way too much power. But yeah, that's it for the video, you guys. If you enjoyed watching me rebuild this Ferrari, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications. That way you guys get notified every time I upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.